know. No one gotta go. Knocking at your door. I don't gotta work anymore. I don't gotta work. You can put your phone down. You're gonna need two hands. You can't get enough. Girl, you know I set it up. Like left eye, I'm creeping. Assuming the worst, cause I haven't heard from you all weekend.
Good morning, beauties. Good morning. We woke up in Tokyo. Oh my gosh. We are on our first full day, but second day of our mommy getaway retreat to restore. And today I just really just want to like chill. I really don't have much planned today. I wanted to go to the Onitsuka Tiger store to pick up some Onitsuka Tigers that I have been wanting to get. And the line is always out the door. So I'm like, this will be a great time for me to go because I have time. I have time to wait in line. So I think I'm going to go over there. I totally missed breakfast. I slept through breakfast. So, girl, I think it's like I've been on the phone with my mom for like 2 hours. I woke up and called her because of the time difference. I typically call her either like early in the morning, like when I drop the kids off at school, that's usually our time to talk, or late at night. But I wanted to open up the vlog and just say hello. Last night, it was a little bit hard for me to get to sleep. I think because I just kind of was trying to like settle down and wind down. And I don't know, like, I'm trying to put it into words, but when you've been on go mode for, 3 months essentially, with my husband being away, I think it just takes time for me to like really slow all the way down, and that's what I'm trying to do this morning is really take it slow. That's why I was like, okay, so what? I slept through lunch. I slept through breakfast. That's fine. I'm going to talk to my mom. I'm just going to take it slow, So last night, I decided to watch Straw. And let me just say, wow, like, I typically don't give Tyler Perry a hard time for his movies. Like, I know a lot of people give him a hard time for his movies, but I'm not a Tyler Perry critic like that. So I went into the movie, really ready to see a good movie, and that's what I got. I thought it was a pretty good movie, honestly. I know I've heard, of course, you're going to hear the pros and the cons of the movies, but from what the critics might say that it's this or that. But here's how I could relate as a mother. When you go through so much, I think as moms, as a good mother, a mother who cares about her children, cares about the health of her children, the livelihood of her child, you care about whether or not your child is fed. And God forbid, if they're sick, you want to make sure that they are well taken care of, because a sickly child you have even more of a responsibility as a mom to make sure that this child is well taken care of. So if you haven't seen Straw, this is where you probably need to click off right now if you haven't seen the movie, because this might be a little bit of a spoiler alert. But seeing the mom break down like that, and then with it being a twist at the end with the fact that she was hallucinating, or not necessarily hallucinating, but she was going through this manic phase where the baby had died already. The little girl had already died, and she was just going throughout her day going throughout her day, taking care of the daughter, but the daughter wasn't there, you know. And so she was having this psychotic episode where she just lost it, you know, and all these things were happening to her because she was not in her right frame of mind to advocate for herself in a healthy way. She was not in her right frame of mind to have the strength to say, to be alert, to not get into a car accident, to stand up to her boss without killing him, to verbalize the things that she needed, you know, because she was in this manic psychotic state. And although her daughter had already transitioned, that took her to that point. That was like the last straw in her mind, you know, where that's her mind couldn't even wrap around the fact that I just lost my daughter. So she's still going throughout her day as if she's still taking care of her daughter. She's still, you know, working hard to try to provide for her daughter. She's bathing her, feeding her what she can, making sure she have, you know, clothes and doing her hair and, you know, giving the little girl grace because the little girl wanted to bathe herself. You know, she's still working through those mommy moments. You know, it's like she still cares about whether or not the little girl has lunch money. You know, like her mom mode is still on. She's still being a mom, even though the kid is not there. And honestly, like, wow, for Tyler Perry to even make this type of movie, it has to, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here, but for him to make that kind of movie, it really shows that he's been around some stressed out moms. He's been around some moms that have been through some stuff, and he has observed, you know, because he wrote, directed, and produced the movie. I'm sure he had some other writers on the movie, but to write some of the stuff that mothers go through, you know, and for Tiana Taylor's part to be the woman who empathized, who saw her. Every woman that has been through something saw her in that movie at some point, you know, whether it be her friend at the grocery store, her coworker. It was like, no, I know her. She's just having a hard time. Like, she sees you struggling. She knows that you're trying. You know, you have that one friend that's like, okay, I know my friend is struggling, but she really is trying, you know. Then once, you know, Sherry Shepherd part, you know, her character, she was a mom. So she understood the older lady that was a hostage. At some point, it clicked for her. Like, this is just a mom that really has had a rough go and has clocked all the way out. She's been clocked out, you know. And sometimes, you know, that's hard. I've seen that before. I've seen women get to that place, and I pray every day because motherhood is hard. It is hard trying to be a good mom. You know, I think sometimes we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves as moms, to be there for our kids, show up in the way that we want to show up for our children. And it gets tough, you know, it really does get tough. But I think, you know, going back to the movie, it was just crazy seeing her still operate how she would operate and her daughter's not there anymore. And her mind didn't compute that. Her mind didn't tell her, she couldn't even go there in her mind that her daughter wasn't there. she was still on mommy mode, you know. And so I'm like, wow, when you are a mom, it's hard to shut that part of your brain off, especially when you've been in survival mode, you know. And granted, my situation is nowhere near what hers was, you know, and this is obviously a movie, but I recognize, you know, the emotions of wanting to be there for your child, wanting to show up for your kid, not wanting your child to be to go without in any way, not without her lunch money, not without her medicine, not without her bath, not without food, not without anything, not without proper care, not wanting your kids to go without. I think every mom, you don't have to be in a poverty state to relate to, yes, I would never want my children to feel like they don't have. Therefore, as mothers, we go hard no matter if you are married, no matter if you are a single mom, no matter if you are have an adoptive child, but if you have a responsibility to raise a child, and that responsibility, a part of those responsibilities is to keep them healthy, keep them safe, um, keep them sound. Listen, you're going to make sure that you do everything you need to do. And sometimes, you know, some people go to extreme measures. Like, she wasn't even trying to rob the bank. Like, her mind was still on, I just got to get lunch money for my daughter. I just got to get my check cashed. That's all I want. That's where her mind was at. I just want my check cashed so I can, her daughter, her daughter, her daughter. So, wow, that movie was wild. But as a mom, I empathize with that character because it's hard to shut it off. It's hard to shut mommy mode off, you know. And like I said, I am not there, but I empathize with the fact that it's hard to shut mommy mode off. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to shut off my mommy mode just for a little bit today. I woke up this morning feeling like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. And I thought to myself, no, you don't. No, you don't. Not today. You don't have to, because there's always something to do. There's always something to do. And my husband asked me, he was like, what are you going to do while you're there? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to rest. I'm just going to rest. Like I said, I do plan on eating at some point. I do plan on eating at some point. I just made myself some Earl Grey tea. So I'm going to drink this tea. I finished reading a passage in the Bible. I'm on First Kings. Right now I'm on chapter 3. So I'll probably go eat brunch because it's already, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Where's my phone? I don't even know where my phone is. I think it's like noon already. So I'll probably go eat brunch, and then I'll probably go to the Onitsuka Tiger store later. I'll go back to the spa and the sauna downstairs. I'll do that again. I plan on doing that every day that I'm here because that just makes my body feel so good. So I'll do that, and that's what I plan to do. But guess what? I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing. If it's too much of a tug, I'm not going to do it. So that's just kind of where my body is at right now. My body is really at a state where I just got to do what feels right. You know what I mean? I got to do what feels good right now because the anxiety that is packed into my body from just being on go mode, survival mode for so long with my husband being gone, I have to let some of that go. So that's where I'm at. Trying not to let anything come against that and just chill. I'll go eat at some point. At first I was like, I'm gonna get up, put my makeup on, put my clothes on, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. But I don't want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to like do, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But whatever I do, I'm gonna cut my camera on so that you can see me do it. And I really hope that this encourages somebody. I hope that this vlog or these next few vlogs or my channel in general is helpful to a mom who really just trying to be a good mom, just trying to be a good mom. And there is no blueprint. Even though I can talk to my mom, I can talk to my grandmother, the type of mother that you want to be. And you're raising your children. You're not raising yourself. Your mom raised you or whoever raised you. And that was a totally different experience than how you're raising your children and how you want to raise your children. So it's just different. Like my life as a mom is different than my mom's life as a mom. So yes, there are core values and core things that she could tell me and she helps me with every day. And I'm grateful for that. There are also things that I have to just go through on my own because my dynamic is different. We're a military family. We're in Japan. We have no community. Totally different than how she raised me. So we're just figuring it out, girls. We're just figuring it out. But we can do this together. And hopefully you feel that way. Hopefully you feel like we can do this together, because we can. But anyways, enough of me rambling. Let's see what we're going to do next. I don't know what we're going to do next, but we'll see. What's up, beauties? So we are on our way to brunch. Finally, it is 2:44. Well, I can't even say finally. It's 2:44 and we're on our way to brunch. It is raining, so I decided to do another hat day. I washed this wig and she needs to be flat ironed and she needs a little TLC, but it's raining outside, so what's the point of wearing her straight? Oh, let me see where I'm going. Let's see. Anyways, we are on our way to Bill's. You guys know. Well, if you don't know, that's one of my favorite brunch spots because they have like these souffle pancakes that I absolutely love. And I need to be careful with my gimbal because it's not waterproof. So I'm trying to keep it underneath the umbrella. So sorry if I'm like really close with the camera. I don't want it to get wet. It's not waterproof. And from what I hear, it's like really not waterproof. But anyways, we're gonna get some brunch and then we'll go by Onitsuka Tigers. I'm hoping since it's raining, the line won't be as long. I don't mind standing in the rain, but neither does people in Japan. So hopefully tomorrow it won't be raining, but it's supposed to rain all week. So I'll flat iron this hair and style it for tomorrow. Hopefully I can, I don't know, feel like I want to get cute tomorrow, even though I do feel kind of cute today, even though it's cute cash. I just didn't want to put on any makeup. It's really humid. It's raining. So I just have on like some joggers and a t-shirt. Hi. A t-shirt from Scott looking at me like, whoop, she's talking to you. I just have on like some joggers and a t-shirt from Uniqlo. All right. Well, all right. I'll see you guys when I get to the Bill's Cafe. Okay, beauty, so we just left brunch and it was really good per usual. It does not ever disappoint. So I was really satisfied with that. And now I am at Onitsuka Tiger to pick up my shoes, and there is no line. And I was surprised. I'm like, why isn't there a line? Like, what's happening? But what they're doing now is they're giving out QR codes to everybody. And so basically, you just check your QR code, and then that's when you can see when you want to come back. I was thinking about getting my shoes customized, but then I was like, you only can do 4 characters. And I'm like, what 4 characters would I do? I mean, I could do my initials, BRSJ, not J, BRSI. But then, I have to come back tomorrow at 11, which technically wouldn't be a bad idea because I do check out of my hotel at 11 if I wanted to get them customized. And the customization is free. It's not an additional charge. So I'm trying to think like what I want to do. I went ahead and got the QR code. Should I get them customized with my initials on them? I feel like that's so unique. I feel like that's such a unique thing that they're doing with these shoes. And I don't know. I'm like torn. Should I get them customized or not? But if I get them customized, I have to come back at 11 tomorrow and then pick them up at 2, she said. Yeah, they close and then you come back at 2. So I don't know. But anyways, I want to show you the inside of the store. So cute. They have like a little cafe, and this is the pop-up shop in Ginza. Okay, you guys, I'm back in the room, and what I have decided to do was I'm going to wait till tomorrow to get my shoes because I'm leaving tomorrow. And what I can do is I'll go to breakfast here at the hotel. That ends at 9 anyways, so I'll get breakfast, I'll get dressed. I have a little bit more of a plan for tomorrow, and then I'll go over to the Onitsuka Tiger store because I have to be there at 10 to get my QR code, get my QR code, come back, check out of the hotel by 11, and just kind of chill at the spa and the sauna tomorrow until it's time to get my QR code, and then I will head out. Once I get my shoes, I can leave my luggage here until I'm ready to go, so that's good. So I'll just do that. I'll leave my luggage here until I'm ready to hit the train and go back home. But you know, I really want to get them customized. I thought about it. I was like, should I get them customized? But I'm like, this is such a unique experience. I think I want to get them customized. I want to do the cafe. I want to do the whole experience. So right now I am going to go downstairs to happy hour. It ends at 6. I have a voucher that I'm going to redeem. And I think I'm going to stop drinking. After this weekend, I think I'm going to pause on my drinking because I don't know, I always kind of get like a little headache when I drink now, and I kind of get like stopped up a little bit. So I don't think that my body is reacting to alcohol anymore like it used to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and I don't like feeling like groggy and drowsy, and I'm already low on energy, and drinking alcohol just makes me even lower on energy. The day that I'm drinking it, I feel great. I feel like, oh, I feel relaxed. But the next day, I feel like, oh, why did we do that? So I'll have time to like unwind a little bit more. So I'm just going to do one drink at happy hour. I'm going to read this book while I'm there. I'm not going to take my phone, and I may not even take my camera. So I might just have to record on my phone and show you guys. You know, it's the same restaurant I went to for dinner. So, but yeah, guys, yeah, so we're gonna go to happy hour, and then I don't know where we're gonna go to dinner tonight. I might get dressed to go to dinner tonight. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. There we go again. Like, I'm not sure. When you have so much time on your hands, you're like, what am I gonna do? Where do I go? I don't know. I could do anything I want to do. Who knows? Who cares? There's so much time on your hands. So, but I love that for me. I love that for me right now. I was going to do shopping. I was going to like really go shopping, but shopping doesn't make me feel relaxed. And I think that's what took me so long to go down to the Onitsuka Tiger store, because I knew I was going to have to wait in the line. So hopefully the only caveat to tomorrow would be my size. Hopefully they have the size in stock. The guy said they had like a lot. So it was like, yeah, we got a lot in stock, so we should be okay. So anyways, we'll see. But all right, let's go have a little happy hour drinky drink. Running back to the strip club. I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never take me. I paid enough of petty dues. I put enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men are like, ooh, better day than yesterday. Ooh, I just take it day by day. Okay, beauties, I just left dinner, and I'm going to rate tonight's dinner like a 6 out of 10. And I think I'm rating it so low because I feel like I got catfished. I feel like I got catfished, y'all. It was definitely, it looked better and smelled better than it tasted. So I think my expectations were high. I'm trying to find my room key. Okay, so my expectations were very high. And so I think that's why I give it a 6, because I was thinking it was going to be like a 9 out of, 9.5. It's very rare that I'm kind of a food critic. So it's very rare that I give something a 10 out of 10. So I was expecting like 9.5, 9.7, you know, a cool 9. Sorry, it's dark in this hallway. But, girl, it definitely gave 6.5. Okay, so the waiter, he was like, how was your, I think it's called Palayo, or whatever the dish is. It's a Spanish dish. He was like, let me take off this hat. Ooh, y'all, the wig, I gotta flatten her tomorrow. But this is how she's looking. She's looking a mess. But, real quick, I shampooed her at the spa. And when I tell you she is soft as a baby's bottom, and I put the conditioner, the spa conditioner on her, baby, look at the vitality. She's poofy. But anyways, you guys, so the server, he was like, how do you like the food? You know, what'd you think? And I told him, since you're asking, let me give you a little feedback, on this dish, and I was telling him that something in it tasted frozen. I don't know what it was. Like, I can't really, it had so many different seafood items in the dish to where I couldn't really tell which item was like the frozen item, you know what I mean, that tasted frozen. So he was like, thank you, for letting me know. We're definitely trying to improve. We need to improve it. And I'm like, yeah. Restaurant, beautiful. Ambiance, amazing. Drink, I had a glass of wine. It was half price. Okay. Presentation, amazing. Customer service, amazing. Food, like this here. So, but I'm satisfied. I'm full. I am about to take a quick shower, put back on my PJs. I am going to relax. I don't know if I'll look at a little YouTube, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to get up early in the morning for day 3, my last day. I told my husband I was coming home late, so he knows like I'm going to be out all day. I'll probably take the last train home. So that I don't have to like put the kids to bed. I don't want to do any of that tomorrow. I don't want to do no nighttime routines. I don't want to do any of that. I'm going to let him do dinner. I don't want to go back to dinner. I don't want to go back to nighttime routines. I want to go back when the kids are in the bed. Hi, honey, I'm home. That's what I want to go back to, silence. The kids are going back to school on Thursday. We kept them out of school for 2 days. So yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here. Thank you guys for rocking with me today. I know we didn't do much, but come back for the next vlog for the last day of my mommy day out. And like I told you, girl, if you're following these vlogs, the series of vlogs of me on my mommy getaway, let this be your permission slip, encouragement to go treat yourself, even if it's just for a snack, even if it's just for lunch, even if it's just for a day. Take them kids to a safe place and go have a good time, okay? Well, until the next video, beautiful, I'll see you later. Bye.